Hello, guys. Now I am refilming this thing the second time now because, reasons. But let me explain. So, in preparation for Marvel's Avengers Infinity War that is coming out in April, I think, in America, but in Russian here, in Russia, we have it in May. So, I decided to watch all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies that we have so far. Most of them. I skipped a few, and I decided to review them for you guys and tell my opinions. So, last time I reviewed 4, and if you want to sort of see that review, the link will be in the description below. You can check that out right now. But today I am reviewing the first Avengers movie. Marvelous Vlogs of Alexander Malinden. So, starting off, I really need to say that this movie, although I really did enjoy it, but it's probably my least favorite in the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far. I don't know. I will explain why, but it's just okay, I'm reviewing it now. So, starting off with the beginning, we have this scene of Nick Fury and the professor discussing something, and then Loki comes and sort of puts his staff into their hearts, chests, sort of manipulating the professor and another guy. I think his Hawkeye, he's called, into sort of serving him. However, I understand it now after the movie, but at first I really didn't get it. There may have been a lot of things that I needed to know from other movies which I probably didn't watch, but that's not, you have to understand anything, like everything, if you're watching a movie for the first time without anything before it, which sometimes this movie kind of fails to do. Also, in the beginning of basically in the first scene, before the credits roll in the beginning, we have this chase and everything, and the Tesseract and everything is mixed up, and I really didn't sort of buy it. I was like, what? What's happening? What? And I really didn't understand what was happening. Why is the action? What is, like, what? Like, I did not understand anything at all. Then we have the credits, and then we are introduced to each character individually before they group into the Avengers team, which is an idea that I love. It's a great idea for people to sort of introduce them to the characters for first-time viewers, like showing them. But now onto the negative aspect of that. They really did, for some characters they did a decent job, but for some, like Black Widow, they did, for me, like, it's a bad job, because I did not understand anything that was happening once again, because who captured her, who are holding her, why, what, when, I didn't, and I still don't quite understand anything, after all, and it's strange. I think the best character, that introduction that they did, was Bruce Banner as Hulk. We really understood this conflict inside him of trying to stay his normal self and not to turn into this monster which he is doomed to be forever. But, so yeah, I really did enjoy this dynamic between him and Black Widow throughout the whole movie. So, yeah, these are the positives. But then they all unite, like, into one group, the Avengers. I really liked the conflicts that they have between sort of trying to group together and work as a team, but also having very sort of low opinions on others, and I love it. Nick Fury is also a great character in this movie, played perfectly by Samuel L. Jackson. As usual, you can't really give Samuel Jackson. Well, you can give him a bad role, but he will always do it perfectly. Of and yeah, so it was great. Then I want to talk about more of the negatives. I think that in the final climax of the movie we have this a lot of action, and I felt it was a bit rushed, and it was like when the action came it was too long. It's similar. It's not as long as the action in Transformers Dark of the Moon, thanks God, like in Chicago, remember who watched it, but it's still pretty long, and I must say it's unfortunate because yeah. And now on to another negative aspect is the theme song of the Avengers. When I went into this movie I assumed it was going to like be the main theme. It will show it, lots of it, like with the heroics of the movie, and I was alright if there would be like not a lot of it but a decent amount, but they really like didn't use it, and I think the movie would be better if they used it a bit more. The only Whenever they play it in the beginning it's only like starting and then it ends like in the very beginning, or when the credits roll they're like I felt like they were going to like, come on, we need faster the action and everything, and it's like da dan da dan 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 dan, as if it's sped up, and then it ends. The only good amount of it I got was in the very end, but still not quite enough, I would say. Another positive aspect was probably Loki. Loki was again a great thing. A great villain, and he improved from the last movie a lot. Actually, I loved him there, but I even more love him here. And he gets a lot more screen time, and I love how when he's interrogated by Nick Fury, how he's sort of like sort of tempting Nick Fury and sort of makes him angry and being in a fury, like by saying like, you have all this power, like you understand, and so on. His manipulation, his cunningness, and sort of it really gives him this cool motivation and hysterics. I don't know why I could pronounce that, but unfortunately the movie really didn't go well for me. I liked it, but I have to give Avengers a 4 out of 10.